And like, when someone is in power, ne?
Yeah.
They'll tell you how they struggled to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And then just because I'm in the same road, they were like, now you must struggle. And they try and make things difficult for me. Why? Why is that? Why is it common for umuntu ohlupekile makahlupeka yena ofuna ukuhlupekisa nami lo ozizamelayo man?
Culture, boy. We
But
spoke
that's
about
nonsense.
this on the last episode.
That's
Culture.
nonsense. What's up, dude? You good?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm
Back
good.
again with another
Yeah, man.
episode.
Another one. Number
Yeah,
31 in the books.
Number 31. Yeah, man. Like we're going. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.
Do the things.
Do the things. Like,
Yeah.
like, subscribe, grab.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, you good? Let me start there. Because last
Good.
time you complained that I didn't even ask if you.
Good. I know. No. I'm good.
Oh,
Good, man.
friend. Are you hungry? Need water?
I'm always hungry. Don't ask me that question.
It was a
If you,
joke.
if
Just-
you remotely know me,
yeah, just
you
say
know not to ask that question.
just say no, you're not. Sizu.
Nah.
Hey, snake. I don't want to give you food. Anyway, man. South Africa.
Yeah.
This one looks like it's gonna be a sad topic.
I hope not.
Yeah, but for now, I'd like us to talk and discuss Obaba Chono Choma.
Chinua Achebe.
That's
how
what I
you say
said.
it.
Chono Choma.
No, you are
Chinua
saying it as if
Achebe.
it's a Chinese guy.
Chinua
It's not a
Choma.
Chinese guy.
Yeah, he's a Nigerian
It's a
guy.
Nigerian guy.
Yeah, things fall apart.
Yeah.
I like the topic. I haven't read the book,
I've
but
read the book.
I think I have a context
Yeah.
of things falling apart.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's
What
a
does the
very-
book talk about? Do you remember
It's a
the
very
book
fun
clearly?
book. It was a long time ago,
Yeah.
but I kind of have the concepts
Okay.
down.
Oh, okay.
The book is it's a novel, first of all.
Yeah.
It's a novel, Nigerian novel. Talks about Nigeria before white people came.
Okay.
In fact, around the time that white people come into
Okay.
Nigeria. So the main character, Okonko,
Mm-hmm.
that guy, strong African guy, cultures, traditions and stuff. And when white people come, things fall apart.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything is just, his son becomes a missionary.
Starts preaching.
It's just things fall apart in his
Yeah.
world. You know?
Yeah.
Everything just goes wrong.
Yeah.
Everything just goes wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
in general, that's what it's about. It's
Yeah.
I read it. I think I read that book twice or 3 times. And
So
the last time I read it was a long time ago.
we're just going to talk about like some of the concepts. So
Yeah.
you're saying white people came, things fell apart.
Yeah.
Do you think colonization has some sort of an influence towards what Africa has become?
Yeah, definitely.
Like a major impact? Because
Definitely.
now, okay, things
Definitely.
like I'm looking at South Africa. I'm gonna take that concept, bring it here,
Yeah.
sharp. South Africa, we got our independence in 1994.
Yeah, I think we're among the last countries to get,
Yeah.
if not the
Now
very
we
last.
have 27 years of freedom.
Yep.
28
28
years, 28 of
28
of
years.
freedom. And things are not falling into place. They're falling
They're
apart.
falling apart.
We have electricity issues.
We have water
We
issues,
have water issues. We have
corruption issues,
corruption issues.
immigration issues.
Yeah. My question would be, so when are we going to stop blaming everything that our counterparts are doing? No, let's like talking about political party.
The old
Yeah, no.
government
like,
system.
no, I'm talking about now.
Like, when are we gonna stop blaming
Yeah, the old
the
white
old
people,
guys?
white people.
Mm.
When are we going to stop
That's
and
tricky,
saying
man.
the apartheid
Did this
did
to us?
this? Like when is it like? No, it's no longer apartheid.
Yeah,
us.
it's us. I think, nah,
Yeah,
it does not serve us to say apartheid did this to us,
yeah.
even if it actually did do this to us.
Okay.
Because apartheid is not gonna come back and fix it. But if we say we did it, we can fix it.
But how often do you get people take accountability for my actions.
Not very often, and I think that's what we need now.
Because it's exhausting. Ukuthi, whenever we talk about electricity, we talk about our ruined cities. If you go to CBD, it's messed up. And we'll always say, ngesikhathi apartheid benjani. Ngesikhathi apartheid benjani. I wasn't there. So. Now I'm here and I'm suffering.
And I'm an adult.
I'm suffering though.
So it's been a while since apartheid.
So now it's a problem. Like, you know, whenever Isn't this ganja happened and then we see white people progressing.
Are they really progressing?
But they still have more money than us.
Yeah, but are they getting better?
I don't know about that. Like maybe we should have a white person telling
doubt.
They're not getting better.
Things are falling apart, dog.
But for them, they have an opportunity to
move. They are definitely at a better place than most black people are. And that's true.
They can move to Australia. They can move anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But now we're stuck because this is our motherland.
This is home.
So what happens?
Back to your question, man.
Yeah.
When is blaming apartheid enough
going to end?
Yeah.
When I want to say, fuck it, this is us.
Yeah,
this is what we
now
did.
us. We are messing things up.
Yeah.
And on the same line of thought, when are we gonna stop blaming? I know they are at fault, but when are we gonna start having accountability and stop blaming politicians?
ANC, to be exact.
Yeah.
Because
look. I know.
Yeah.
ANC is the ruling party. They have the control to change all of these things falling apart. I understand.
Yeah.
But what role do we play in what role do we individual citizens play in messing things up?
A lot, though.
So when are we gonna start taking accountability, Tina? Politics aside, the country is falling apart.
Yeah.
What are we as the community doing?
When we as the community try and do something, we are told that we are xenophobic. We are told that...
Is there another way of going about fixing things that does not necessarily involve us being quote-unquote xenophobic?
There are many ways. But first of all...
Okay. What are the issues? What's falling apart?
Okay.
Like,
firstly, we have high prices.
Everything
now. You know,
everything is expensive.
We have the on and off of electricity.
Yeah, and that's messing up everything.
We have high unemployment rate. Obviously, with eskom having like load sheddings, some businesses are suffering. Some black businesses are suffering. So now, if Lomund ended up shutting, so there's more people who are not gonna get paid. No one's getting employment.
Yeah,
and we are adding on isibalo sabantu who are not working, and that increases chances of high crime rate.
Yeah, that's true.
And we still have abantu who don't have permanent employment, not let alone permanent employment at all.
Yeah,
we have people who are stealing cables. We have so that they can try and feed themselves.
Things like those. That's where I feel like we should take accountability.
Yeah.
You can't be complaining against
yeah.
cable,
but what are you gonna eat when there's no even if we stopped stealing?
Yeah.
There's unemployment. So for someone, it's a survival of
but I feel like this excuse is getting old.
Okay.
This excuse of I'm stealing because I'm hungry, I feel like it's getting old.
Yeah.
How many criminals do you know about Jonja because they legit need to eat? How many of them but Jonja because they need to wear expensive things?
A lot.
So I feel like that excuse does not fly anymore.
But now, most of them, they steal because they're hungry, mabaqala. They get
that's
comfortable
true.
and cocky,
then becomes greedy.
Yeah, and then it becomes same as our politicians. They steal because they're hungry. Chigi, it's greed. Last time on the episode, we spoke about our president having 60 million rands in his house.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah.
60 million, dog. Nyabona a million. 60, dog. 60 of a million. I don't even have 1 million now. And I'll tell you, if I had 1 million,
If even both of us combined, we don't have 1 million.
million. Including the podcast.
The podcast and everything that we own does
Nothing. You know?
Ah, man.
So now, I'm just out here thinking, Uti, I don't know why I thought about that book, Things Fall Apart. I've never read the book, but the title alone.
The title just captures everything, dog.
Things fall apart.
Things
and
are
things
falling
are falling apart.
But
You know?
are they really falling? Are they falling apart? Are they uniquely falling apart for South Africans, or just things falling apart in the world economically right now? Because I feel like the war has something to do with it, at least.
Well, I keep getting different views of that.
Sure.
Some other countries, Joe, they striving, like the oil countries, your Arab countries. They have oil.
Yeah.
And
But they have, oil, man. Oil is money, man.
Yeah, and we have gold, but gold is more expensive than oil.
Aish.
And yet, we are the most like Sasafar though.
Okay, but how do we back to accountability? How do we
I don't want
change
this episode
things?
to be
Dog?
how do we change things?
Like how do we as South Africans change things?
I don't know.
I don't know if you know, but this week the Prime Minister UK, Boris
Yeah.
Johnson resigned
Resign.
because no one was happy with him anymore.
And he resigned.
Yeah, he was he didn't want to resign, but
He
he
has
was
no
forced to resign.
Our government, upresident wethu
Ujontshile akafuna ukuvuma.
akafuni ukuvuma, akafuni kwenza next. He's quiet. There's no COVID anymore.
Akasakhulumi nathi, akasasinaki.
Akasasnagi. He's very quiet and he's still man. He doesn't explain anything. And then akafuni resign at that. So now we have many issues, Lajo, and most of them are these political leaders. I don't understand. Maybe the podcast.
I think this is the fault with South Africa in general. Too many things are attached to politics.
That's the thing.
Too many things are attached to politics. Imagine. Yakhumbula Telkom is our own government fully.
Yeah.
Imagine if we were relying on the government for network.
What the fuck?
You understand?
Same thing happened in Swazini. Remember Swazini, they shut down the network when.
Yeah, but that's because everyone was relying on the government. I think that's the problem with this country. We are relying on these guys for too many things.
So, but like
we are relying on the government for picking up trash.
Yeah.
We are relying on them for water, for electricity, for law and order. Why?
The thing is, Mdu, you cannot start anything. Maj, we don't have many billionaires like South Africa. We don't have multi-millionaires.
But no, man.
Remember, and also, for an example, in countries like your USA,
Sure,
you get money for entrepreneurship. Look at your likes of Elon Musk, your Bill Gates.
Yeah, but not everyone gets money. You get, basically Elon Musk tender in South African terms. We do have that here.
Yeah, we do have that, but ayakuboban.
Corruption.
So
issue is not the system. Issue corruption.
So, but the problem is, how do you deal with the corruption when the people who are saying are fixing the corruption are the corrupt people?
I don't know, man.
So,
but I feel like we, the citizens of South Africa, if we keep quiet about this whole thing, nothing's gonna change.
So what must happen to?
I don't know, but something must happen.
Anyway, man.
But they were gonna strike like us last week.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I only heard yesterday it was like Eastland was closed. I was like,
yeah,
what?
it was closed.
Why?
We couldn't go to the mall thing.
Why?
Like we could, but we couldn't.
Why?
Issue case.
But
they took electricity. Yeah, but it's not. They were not complaining about load shedding in general.
Yeah.
They were complaining about you can't take electricity and not bring it back when you said you were gonna bring it back. And then now it's been like 2-3 days we don't have electricity. No one is saying anything.
Where is the strike going?
I don't know.
And then expect the government to come and fix.
To their credit, Azang Bamosh, they just closed the road.
The road.
Yeah, they just closed it.
That's very smart. Yeah.
They didn't ban anything. Okay, they did ban tires, but they didn't ban any property.
Okay.
Yeah. To their credit.
So to some extent, you have such process.
Sure.
Government with Agaznagi.
But I feel like we need to change how we communicate with the government.
So how do we have to communicate with the government? Remember when Jacob Zuma was the
Ngaphandle
president?
kokuvota. Because I feel like we also mess up there as citizens of this country.
Either way, dog, I don't trust an activist, man.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
But what makes other countries better off is political competition,
No.
which is non-existent in this country. They have no fear of being voted out
Because we'll call
because
them
we
in.
always vote for the yellow t-shirts.
But now to question would
It's
be,
not gonna solve anything, but something maybe. I'm being hopeful here.
so Uzamkamonti, who's the next better? I know Herman Mashapa could do something. I have so much faith in the
Yeah,
guy. But is he a leader?
I don't know, but we can try.
Is Julius a leader?
A question right now should be this: is Herman Mashaba worse than what we have?
No.
'Cause
No, look at Gayton McKenzie, what he's doing in Cape
Spetu
Town
number
now.
10, man, on the top 10 list. Spetu number 10, and I feel like we're looking for number 1. No, number 7, no, number 10.
Yeah.
It's someone better than this. Doesn't have to be premium leader. Yonkinto yale leader, right?
Thing is now.
But you get what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
let's try something else.
yeah, they are too relaxed.
But do you think they'll allow that? Like they've been
What
in
do you
power.
mean allow?
Dog, so you can manipulate votes. Because everyone, or government, or anyone who's in the voting role, they're in the payrolls. You're in a payroll, your ANC. Chances are,
But we've managed to vote out ANC from some
yeah,
capacity.
but like,
I feel like we can push it even further.
is INC like really independent?
What do you mean?
Like, I gotta say independent election council.
Or IEC?
Yeah. Is it
I
really
think it
independent?
is.
Dog.
I think to a large extent it is.
They were, I don't know.
Because they're
why.
not paid by the ANC directly. They're paid by the South
government.
African government.
And the government is who?
And that's the problem with us. We don't know how to distinguish a
Between
party
the
from the
government.
government.
Okay.
You know?
So what's
But I
the
feel like
difference?
we can push it, man.
Okay, cool. We'll see. We'll mobilize.
That's one way we
Yeah.
can change things. How else can we change the situation? Because you're Salanat, not long. How old is this guy? 70 something?
Yeah,
60 something?
That's an
No, man. don't say that.
Someone.
That's someone's parent.
I don't
Say
care.
that. Ah,
They're showing our money. Their kids are fine, dog.
yeah.
Well, they're not showing our money, but like,
Well,
dog,
they are. If they are not paying tax, they are chewing our money.
I'm paying tax.
If they are not paying tax, that's chewing our money because
Yeah,
that money belongs to us. It's
And
our
I'm-
tax money.
Yo, I'm.
Let's
Yeah.
bring it here.
So there's another thing you notice with especially black leaders
Yeah,
and black people who are in power.
sure.
Bathanda ukuthi I don't want to talk about this.
That's Anduktin.
No,
Say it.
I'm
Say it.
preparing my brain. I don't want to spill
Open
beans.
your chest, my man. Say it with the chest.
No, man, like, you know, when someone is in power, ne,
Yeah.
they'll tell you how they struggled to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And then just because I'm in the same road, they were like, now you must struggle. And they try and make things difficult for me. Why? Why is that? Why is it common for umuntu ohlupekile makahlupeka yena ofuna ukuhlupekisa nami lo ozizamelayo, man?
Culture, boy. We
But
spoke
that's
about this
nonsense.
on the last episode.
That's
Culture.
nonsense. Because
Like, we need to change. I feel like, okay, we have the political power. What's holding us back to your question, which is calling apartheid up until now? We need to change how we think about ourselves.
yeah.
So, but culture yethu as black people, and I don't mean, when I say culture, I don't mean ukuthi umZulu, or I don't mean that. I mean how we think about
how we do
ourselves as
things.
South Africans. It's messed up, Joe. We have very low expectations of our leaders. Number one,
Yeah.
very low expectations. If we fag strati on one street, it's enough for us. We are happy. We don't ask much of these guys. That's
And
the
they're
first
still
thing.
failing.
And we give them too much. Too much. They raised the VAT, no one complained. Yeah, Pimal. We don't even know. Yeah, Pimal. They do whatever they want to do without consulting us. Yet, it's good democracy. What's that?
That's why, like I said to last episode, people tend to represent the party, but the party is not representing them.
Yeah, like South Africa, it's an issue of. I'm not sure if it's a South African problem or it's just a politics problem as politics as a whole. We have people who are politically associated with certain parties are not like the general public.
Yeah.
They have different lives. They sort of
Yeah. It's like
and that's wrong. That's
like
why we
being a
end up
pastor.
with people in office who don't know anything about water and sanitation, being Minister of Water and Sanitation.
yeah. And nalento yokurecycle abantu man. Usuka la so la. What do you know about this? Ufike Mbalola, what does he know about transport?
Yazi Mzansi makayenza kanjalo president, we keep quiet.
What are we supposed to do?
Say something.
That's about 2 cares over
Say
better than
something.
90s. Yes?
I feel like, or maybe we need them Vele to step up and
Because I'm a 2K, they
do
don't take
things.
nonsense. They just
That's my issue. Man, we are taking too much nonsense, team. And future generations will blame us if we don't change things here.
This is getting depressing for
I know,
an average
no.
listener.
I know, has to be. The truth has to be spoken.
And now
We are not stepping up as South Africans. We are not stepping up.
we are nonsensical people. I
We are
just can't
too
wait.
relaxed.
Yeah. Because now, remember, I had
People
a
come into our
conversation.
communities, sell us fake products. It's too little, boy.
Yeah. I had a conversation with a guy from Zimbabwe one
Sure.
time. Hopefully he's going to come to the podcast. I did invite him.
Yeah.
What we talk about, we've spoken about leadership in South Africa
Sure.
compared to Zimbabwe. We've spoken about marriage.
Sure.
He's a young gent,
Sure.
but
sure.
he's like open-minded. about
around
a
our
lot of things.
age.
Yeah,
older.
around our age. You could be
Ah.
older, you know. You never know. Good genes.
Sure. Sure.
I look old, but I'm like
You're not that young.
I'm very young.
I see my
I'm
age.
21. But anyway, the thing is, isn't this in Zagalayo in Zimbabwe? At some point, one of some of my friends, ababuye Zimbabwe,
Sure.
said, "Ukuthi neZimbabwe qale kanje."
Eesh, that's a scary thought.
Now think about that. Zimbabwe, as
That's
much
a
as Tina
scary
City,
thought.
hey, Zimbabwe yahluphe iqale kanje.
But what do you think was wrong in Zimbabwe?
Leadership. It's always gonna lead back to leadership.
Without pointing at leadership, the people were too relaxed under the
Yeah.
president, giving him too much power.
Dog, the president had
Let's
control
dissolve the
over
power
everything.
bafethu. Everyone should be fighting for eskom not to be state-owned right now. I believe that.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, angiyazi economics, but I feel like
Yeah.
the government owning every party, everything about our lives
Yeah.
is wrong.
Did you see the mobilization where Jordan, who's that guy? That guy, Jordan, Danny Jordan.
Yeah.
He went to Vets and then he was talking there. He said there was discussion. The Vets people chewed him up. Oh, they chewed him up. It's like, how's the guy from eskom still the CEO? After they know that
Yeah.
open prasa or in
Oh yeah.
dog.
Yeah, but
was-
I feel like we need that.
And he was scared to answer question. He was like, "Angzelanga logo." I'm like, "Hey, dog."
Asifuni lo ize.
Like, what is so we're not discussing.
Sifuna le esifunayo thina.
You know, I was happy with those people.
Yeah.
Simply because
We need more of that.
and in so many ways, Julius like they keep now people when these leaders are campaigning. Baba Klosh. At some point they kicked Ramaphosa in some place somewhere.
That's
I don't
good,
know who
man.
came back, but Klosh and I
That's
think
good.
Julius. And then
Bamxosha Julius naye.
I don't know, like Baba Klosh.
That's good. That shows them ukuthi we are not happy with you.
But now still abapu megupha.
Bazokhishwa yithi.
So babona dog.
Bazokhishwa it's if us bakhiphi bazokhishwa abantu.
Athi
It
sobabo.
has to be us. It has to be us.
Tanzania. But
Mr.
anyway,
Eskom
man,
uzoyithatha le case yakhe not long.
now
again.
we have to record Sithukiwe because
we
Eskom-
understand.
Yeah, no, this
I
is
understand.
nonsense, man.
It's messing
But
everything
anyway,
up.
on a lighter note, what's been happening in the world?
Boris Johnson resigned.
Sure. UK people probably happy.
Yeah, and the scandals are just damn small things in South African terms.
Yeah.
We are going to they are expecting a lot from
Their
their
allegation.
leaders. allegations of him having parties during lockdown.
Yeah.
Into emxoshisile leyo as president of the country.
Imagine.
Thina masingezwa ukuthi umjida was throwing parties.
Hey,
I don't
adingeki
care.
une 60 million akafuna ukuhamba. Nix.
And for the fact that akafuni ukuhamba and they say I understand, bafethu, I'm not happy with you as a country.
Okay. But anyway, man, we're still good nation though. Like,
Yeah, it's we're still a very fun. Like sicela ama jokes kakhulu thina.
yeah. Even no, when we
Masingayeka nje kancane ukudlala.
I wanna
sithi
change
kuba
this
serious
topic, man.
kancane.
Like it's too
It's
depressing.
too depressing. You can't change it, dog. It's frustrating you. That's why we spoke about this. You
Yeah.
came up with things fall apart.
I don't know what I was thinking.
You came
But
up with
anyway,
it.
man, let's talk racism.
From one depressing topic to another.
No, this one is gonna
That's
be exciting.
Okay, exciting.
I might
Wow,
need- I
they
might
hate
need-
us. That's exciting.
I might need therapy. I might need therapy. Okay, cool. Wait, before we go there, there's something I want to ask you.
Sure.
What do you understand about Marxism?
Yeah, Marxism.
Yeah.
I know it was created by Karl Marx.
Okay. Capitalism.
Capitalism, free economy. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Like free
communism.
trade, communism, just bringing things together and sharing. Communism,
Socialism.
I have a hard time distinguishing between Marxism, communism, and socialism.
Yeah.
I have a hard time telling the difference between those.
Yeah.
But I feel like socialism, I kind of understand.
So,
Kancane.
okay. The reason I'm asking this,
Yeah.
it's because zonke lezi zinto lezi, socialism, Karl Marx, capitalism, communism, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever
All the
in the thing,
isms.
they're all to some extent involved in creating a society.
Yeah.
Because whenever you talk about Marx, I feel like this is a lecture of some sort. Whenever you talk about Marx, there's a guy called Hegel, that you have to also involve.
Okay.
And then there's also, whenever you talk about Marx, you have to include communism and capitalism.
Yeah.
Socialism, but now we have racism now. You know, racism, I'm feeling like
Another ism.
yeah, it's another ism. It comes back to a question here, to what extent are we still gonna say umuntu omhlophe whenever they retaliate based off indlela sibatrita, we saying they're racist?
I think we don't understand what racist means, man.
What is
I feel like
because-
we are like that question, that famous question: can black people be racist?
do you think they can be
Yes.
for real?
Yeah. Based on definition, what is racism?
What is like racism according to
Discrimination based on skin color.
Yeah.
Anyone can do that. Even black people can discriminate other people based on skin color.
Because you are too dark.
We have our own form of racism
Which is
among
called-
black people called colorism.
Okay.
Like we discriminate against darker skinned people.
Yeah.
We are black and we are being, in a sense, racist.
This is
even
funny,
though
man.
it's the same race.
It's really funny on how we don't want to take accountability when we say someone like you're a racist too. Like how can I be racist towards white people?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at a point in my life where
Mm-hmm.
I lose respect for people who don't take responsibility for
The actions.
their actions and their thoughts.
No, it's something I want people to think about.
Yeah.
Reason being, Skulumagle podcast now.
Yeah.
This episode alone is just 10 stones that I want to are comfortable now.
Sure.
A lot of people are too comfortable about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So our job as the podcast is to bring information out of the light and allow people to think about it.
yeah.
If you're talking racism and saying when a black person you can't be racist, then you're stupid.
Yeah, because you basically don't understand what race.
You know?
Like it's like saying women cannot be perpetrators of gender-based violence.
Dog.
It's
You're
the same
stupid.
thing because men can hit harder.
No.
It's the same type of logic.
That's nonsense. So you have to think about things you believe and
Yeah.
things that you tend to agree with.
Yeah, look at yourself, man.
Because
Look
at some point
yourself
it's-
and try to dissect what beliefs I messed up with myself. That's how we become better
Yeah.
people.
that's how we should grow, man, as people. And now we are preaching. Hallelujah.
Amen.
The Symposium Gospel.
Amen. The
thing
gospel
is,
according to the Symposium.
Yeah. The thing is with people, one thing I like about people as well, by nonsense abantu.
And you like that?
I like it. Someone
explain.
I feel like you know wrong lentole, but because you are scared of saying wrong lentole, you'll try and defend that nonsense of yours. You'll be like, ANC did Urama. Fuck that nonsense.
Yazin.
Yeah.
I've been listening to this other gent that's influencing me a lot. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Number 1 podcaster in the world.
In the world, yeah.
This guy has this thing of saying he is not married to his ideas.
I'm not as well.
Which I think is good. What makes people say that? They start defending what they said earlier. It's because they are married to the idea that ANC is good. Don't be married to ideas.
No wonder.
You are not your ideas.
Yeah.
You are not ideas.
One thing about George, in one of his podcast episode, he says he only takes new information that changes our ideas on our end.
Yeah.
You know, like the more you get new information, your ideas have to change. If wena utumfazi uyaphe in this day and age, umfazi uhlala endlini, uyisdidi esidom esidam. I don't care how traditional you are, dog.
Ah, man, whatever.
Anyway, man, like
maybe someone could disagree with you, but I agree with the
ideas have to
base
change
of what you're saying.
Yeah, ideas have to change.
Yeah, that's you know what that thing is called?
Yeah.
It's called growth. Taking new information.
Keep on saying, I'm growing this year.
Yeah, it's like opening a window. Kuphuma umoya omdala, kungena umoya omusha. It's called growth.
Yeah.
And it's healthy for your brain.
So people like South Africa should grow.
Yeah.
Mentally.
And look, I think a lot of people individually have grown like South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
But as a society, because I feel like a society is also a living thing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like as a society, we have to change our collective thinking.
Yeah.
In a sense, which takes some energy and a lot of small efforts from a lot of people that help us to become better people, man.
Yeah, I feel like this episode was just us. Like,
I very catch before is Catholic is.
Okay, yeah. No, basically like, subscribe, comment, and this just episode alone was to share what we think and what we see and how we feel.
Yeah, man.
And it has nothing to do with like the people we are. Ungangithole groovy namhlanje. Ungenaphi wena? Ungenaphi?
Khalil being hypocrites. Don't be a hypocrite, fool.
Yo guys.
Amen.
Take care, man.
Like, subscribe,
comment,
share, comment. And we see those likes, we appreciate them.
Yeah.
Keep liking,
sorry.
keep liking. Why?
No, it's not me though.
Okay.
Sure.
Save a face.